You know, the Bible talks about praying for our nation. The Bible talks about coming together for government and to assess our government and to do that which is right in government. But I would say to you, ladies and gentlemen, we as a people, not just in Albuquerque, but across this nation, has become very complacent. Amen. We have forgotten the blood that has been spilled so we can vote. So I can be the majority floor leader in the House of Representatives in the state of New Mexico that has 3% black. So Barack Obama could have been president of the United States of America. Our people, a majority of our people, have become a forgotten people in regards to where we have come from. We also have forgotten that when God was talking to Noah and telling him, the people need to change. The people need to look forward to a change, and that change needs to occur. Did they listen? No. They didn't listen, and God followed through on his promise to Noah. Promises are coming for us in this country. Just look at what occurred right after a black man was president of the United States. It's the mindset. Amen. And we, as a people, need to take a look at that. You know, I remember very well when a woman that many of you may not know, but some of you do, that's in this room. If you're new to the state, you may not know her. But when Charlie Morrissey used to say, I know who voted, I used to think, how could she know who voted? And she would go to the churches, and she would go in the black community, and she would light the fire under the people to go vote. And when the voting was over, she would tell me, they didn't vote. So-and-so didn't vote. This group of people didn't vote. And I used to doubt that she knew. But what she did, she knew was to go to the county clerk office, and they have a signal, a point that says, okay, African American, Hispanics, Native Americans, and she could gather and look at the section of a community and know whether they voted or didn't vote. We, at this stage of our life, don't need to have that in New Mexico. We don't need to have that in Albuquerque. Let me tell you why. In a few weeks, right after this election, a team will be put together, whoever gets elected as governor. Let me tell you what's critical here. When the team gets together to decide on boards and commissions, if we are not visible now, how can we go ask, as leaders of our community, we want so-and-so on this board, we want so-and-so on this commission, and they're going to say, well, I never saw them out there. What did they do? Who are they? What do they represent? And then we as the leaders have to say, oh yeah, we did this. We did a rally, we did a service, we talked, we did voter registration. We got to be visible. So with not having all of our groups here, we need to get them together. I asked for the Ministers Alliance and the NAACP to meet with the governor. It didn't happen. leaders in our black community to meet with this current governor. It didn't happen. All I'm saying to you today, when I pulled James Lewis together and Reverend Smith and ministers and Dr. Bailey, and I said, we got to get together because we got to go put the ask. Whether we voted or not, whether we are 3% or 3.5%, we are taxpayers in this state, and we got to put the ask. Because if we don't have any representation. We don't have any cabinet individuals. We don't have any directors. And when we go to those agencies with concerns for our children and our youth, they give us lip service. I want to say to you, we have got to stop being complacent in Albuquerque and the rest of the state. We must. Many of you have heard recently about the lawsuit that Judge Stapleton in Santa Fe gave her verdict on. And it talks about at-risk children. But the groups that filed the lawsuit was Hispanics and Native Americans. So when we come to the table, the first thing they look at, and the groups, the advocates that are involved, are the Hispanics and the Native Americans. There's never, never a mention about our black children. But I'm the majority leader. And so, as the majority floor leader, what you must know, the votes, and not the votes, but the legislation and the policies are moved through the House floor if the leader moves the bill. But prior to that, we have to gather together in committees to make sure the language is there that is representative of what the policy should be. And we have to take affront to our children in the education system. Because I want you to know, I am tired of them looking at us and our kids and saying, special ed, special ed, special ed. And not taking into account that our kids can learn. That our kids are not all special ed. So, this wave with the billions of dollars that come in, if we're not at the table saying we want a part in the decision making of who sits on your boards and commissions and who are your cabinets, and we as a community should be able to name who we want to run the Office of African American Affairs. We as a people need to get the funding back for the Sheryl Stapleton Performing Arts Center. We as a people need to make sure that NMSU, Black Studies, and UNM Black Studies have the funding necessary to help our young people move forward and be successful. Because those programs have been cut. Ladies and gentlemen, you can't say today sickle cell exists. We have many of our children have sickle cell, but all the funding has been cut. It doesn't exist anymore under this administration. So all I'm saying to you as I stand here today, 24 years ago I was elected to serve in the New Mexico legislature. And I tell you, I went to school with Reverend Smith. Reverend Smith carried those big old signs that can build a house. Him and Tommy Jewell with Tommy's old truck went around the city and put those signs up. My pastor was there, and my friends was there, and individuals from the black community was there. The pastors gave me my first $1,000 because they held a program at Reverend Smith's church to make sure that I get elected. And they have continued to do that over the years. I want you to know I was attacked a few years ago. But only for the grace of God go on. I went to my pastor's house when it happened at 10 o'clock at night. And I said, Pastor, this is what happened. This is how it happened. But you know, at that time, I was the majority whip in the House of Representatives. And when the time came to vote the following year, my members and my colleagues, the guy that ran against me, he got up and he said, she is Rainbow Coalition and I am Rasta. And the members voted for him. And they took me out as the whip for one term. But ain't nobody know me like Jesus did. No one. And I came back 2 years later as the majority floor leader, higher than what I was. And I got elected. And if any of you recall, it was every week the Albuquerque Journal had something negative about me. Every week. Channel 13 had something negative about me. But you know, I appreciate my African American people. They didn't go out there and fight, but they kept quiet. And that was good enough for me because that's what God wanted. You know why? Because God was fighting my battle. And because he was fighting my battle, it is that battle that we should fight now for others who can't fight for themselves. And the only way we can fight that battle is because so many of our people do not look at what policy does to their lives.